of the wider implication it has on our body politic. But let me bring in my colleagues. TVTF is joined by Abolo Osemwa.
Amechi, good morning, and good morning, dear listener. Congratulations to our Muslim sibling, brothers, the celebration of the birth of Prophet Muhammad. Amechi, your opening, you talked about the PDP beginning its campaign, the APC inaugurating its women wing, and Labour Party vice presidential candidate in the Northeast, and the NNPP in Kano. I also want to let you know that the presidential candidate of the People's Redemption Party, PRP, Wale Abiola, I think, yes, denied the moves or rumor making around that he has stepped down from continuing with the contest. I want to also congratulate the PDP for trying to set the pace. Some of their party members say PDP has followed all INEC timetable from head to toe, and they deserve the mandate of they deserve the votes of Nigerians to rescue Nigeria from what they call harsh economic climate, poor educational standing, insecurity, and what have you. Amechi, if you look at the APC is like they found where to peg their campaign, the women. Over the years, we have seen that women mobilize more. And I think the idea behind APC bringing in women, or starting with the women wing, is to make them lure their children to remember APC, because you know that there is a movement.
Just their children?
There is a movement.
They have greater influence over their.
There is a movement.
Don't they have greater influence over their husband?
Well,
can't your wife influence?
Let me land on this. There is a movement by young persons, the obedient movement. So maybe APC want to use the women to get to the obedient, so that we'll have obedient APC young people. Probably that is their idea. I wish them all the best, and I wish Obi Dati all the best, because the vice presidential candidate was in the Northeast, and he spoke very loud and very confident of himself that yes, the North will be a tough one for the Labour Party, but it's not unsurmountable. And I wish the political parties all the best. Amechi, you talked about ASU. ASU, I've said before that ASU is one major, the ASU strike, is one problem that this government must solve. And I want them to make sure they match their words with action. They say they don't want to sign agreement that they can't keep, because they've been blaming the Jonathan government for signing 2009 agreement and not keeping it, for going for 2013 review and not keeping it. I want them to ensure that whatever meetings that the ASU and the Botabia Miller had yesterday, and they agree, and we are hearing that ASU might suspend. I just heard now that they say they want to brief. ASU might brief today, sometime today, I don't know.
They want to reach the executive members so that they will take a collective decision.
I hope they will match their words with action and enter agreement with ASU that the incoming government will not come and say, oh, you blamed the previous administration and you have done the same thing. We can't keep doing the same thing, same way, and expect different results. So let them know. And for ASU, the earlier they do this, the better, because Ngige has the knife and the carrot. He's trying to...
The yam.
The yam, he has cut them already to NAPDA and Konwa, and he said more are coming. So the better for ASU if they really want to keep their
the more the merrier,
union.
You may say.
The more the merrier, but it's dangerous in the long run. Okay. In 2013, there was a request by academic staff of educational institutions, and it was rejected.
Educational institutions owned by government.
Yeah, owned by government. Public, just like a National Mathematical Center, all those mono institutions. JAM, yes, and it was rejected.
NECO, they wanted to form their own union.
Academic.
Which year was that?
2013.
Okay, this government was not in place. Perhaps
yes.
This government that is very liberal with labor unions, they should file in their request again. Maybe they can get a more favorable response this time around.
Amechi, good morning to you. Good morning, listener. For those who registered recently, I think those who registered as of December 31st, I think their cards are available. they should please go to the INEC offices, the local governments, and pick them up. We are saying it now, so that when December comes, you not say INEC extend collection. I will not be part of those who would be begging INEC at that time on behalf of Nigerians who will refuse to go do the needful. Now we hope that by the end of this month or early next month, almost all the cards should be available for those who registered to pick them up.
But has INEC been doing announcements? Tevye, are you doing announcement for INEC? Have they been doing advertisement to tell? I'm just hearing from you now. So let them come and pay for announcement now.
It's not solely the responsibility of INEC.
But let it be in the public domain. Let it be everywhere.
Educate and orientate voters. It's the responsibility of the media, which the armed Tevye is doing here. It's the responsibility of the civil society. I hear some of them shout. It's the responsibility of the political parties. I hear also some of them speak. But INEC is the chief driver. That's what Abulu is saying.
Definitely. I'm sure they will do the needful because we flogged them for so long. So maybe we'll give them a breathing space before we'll get on them again. But please go out there and get your PVC so that you be qualified.
Not for everybody.
Not for those who register.
Because it may cause confusion.
No, please.
Those that registered lately, not yet time.
Not even yet.
It's those that registered at the earlier parts.
In fact, including those who registered before, even before the last registration.
Yeah, the last set will only be ready from October. Was it November we were told?
Yes, the end of October. So please, let's do the needful, as it were. Amechi, ASUU, they had very little options.
They were boxed to a corner.
They were going to call up that strike this week, whether they like
based on the appeal court judgment.
Because it gave them
and the National Industrial Court.
Yeah, and he gave them 7 days up to, which is up to Thursday or Friday. That if they want to appeal that court order, they must.
But you know, they have the option to go to the Supreme Court.
Even
and start the process all over again to ask for a stay of execution
until it's granted.
But they
must pass the appeal court.
They didn't call it off. They will file the process, and you know how long it takes. They will debate, and so there's a concession from the side of us.
They cannot go to Supreme Court until there is a ruling from appeal court. They must conclude the process.
A judgment from appeal court. There was a judgment, so they can appeal. Like they did with the National Industrial Court ruling. That of the National Industrial Court was a ruling. They said, give us stay. Why the substantial matter is being debated. The appeal court said, because you didn't obey it, what you would have done was to obey it and come to us. He who comes to equity comes with clean hands. But what I'm telling you, yes, we recognize that they will be boxed to a corner. Somehow, they'll be made to eat the humble pie somehow. But there's a window for them to also elongate this. Some persons have said they can call it off today, and tomorrow they call up another industrial action.
What they will
so
have
they
is
suspend. They can suspend it, or even call it off based on what the court said, and tomorrow they declare a fresh industrial action.
The difference between suspension and call off. When you suspend, it means that it's conditional. Then when you call off,
so it's suspend.
It's suspend. Call off means you don't have everything has been solved.
They suspend, and after 2 days.
So conditional suspension is what you expect.
So you now agree with me, Tevye, that there's a room they can maneuver.
Amechi, some of us, even when they did not obey the industrial court ruling, we said, what kind of precedents or what kind of lessons are they teaching the students they have, that when they get into the society, if a court gives a ruling or a judgment, you should not obey it in the name of claiming to go for stay.
And you know our principle here. You know, if it's done by the judgment was given by a man, you must obey first.
You know, so clearly, to me that did not go down well. But again, like some of us had hope in what the House of Representatives were doing. I'm happy that they are getting somewhere. We've been told that an agreement is being drafted to be signed, and that the strike will be called off. They didn't say suspension; that the strike will be called off.
So the Speaker and the leadership of the House of Reps have succeeded where the Senate failed, where the presidency failed, where the ministers of labor, employment, and minister of education failed. Could that be a right
where even
conclusion?
Nigerians say, what we appeal to them to call up the did
Would that be the right conclusion?
The terminologies, you have to understand, not everybody understands labor terminologies and registrar. Call off and suspension, I've said it before.
Yes.
They might be using the word call off, but
It's suspension.
we in the labor industry, you know that it's suspension they are referring to, because the issues are still there. You have not solved all the issues. So if all the issues are completely solved 100%,
But whatever is
then
saying
you
is
call
that
off.
the deal they are about to broker is a call-off.
That's what we are reading.
Yes.
That's what we are reading. For INEC, I say INEC, for ASU to say they've seen light at the end of the tunnel, clearly. And again, Amechi, in the 2023 budget proposal, we have been told that about 417 billion has been
The president says so.
has been proposed for revitalization of tertiary institutions, which includes the universities, you know, as it were, as opposed to
So
the
is
150.
it a mouth-watering package?
They include the polytechnics and the colleges of education. Don't forget that federal government offered us 150 billion, and they said it was not enough out of the over 1 trillion that was agreed in the last agreement. But we hope that it will get somewhere.
But did they stop work? Because when they stop work, for going to 8 months now, they've not been receiving salaries. And what we are hearing is that it's the salaries of every other staff. I don't know whether it's true.
SANU went on strike, NASU went on strike, so they were all affected.
Is it just the academic staff?
The non-academic staff have written to government when they suspended their strike for about 3 months. I think this month will be the end of the 2 months or 3 months they suspended their strike, and government is considering them for payment. So the government will always say they will not pay, but at the end of the day,
so even cleaners, security men,
all of them were affected. Part of
they are all
maybe
non-academic
they're
staff.
hawking oranges, pure water on the
Most of them
streets
have
to survive.
funds, and they've
Nigerians
collected
are
loans.
resilient people.
And what the argument coming out from some of these lecturers is that they have been working. Some of them are HODs, some of them are deans, some of them are Ds, that they process transcripts, they sign them, reference letters of different needs, even admission requests from individuals. In spite of their strike, they are still on it. And this provides serious administrative duties apart from academic duties. Security men, I also mentioned them. Those working at the University Health Center, doctors, pharmacists, nurses, laboratory staff, social workers, are not being paid because they've been lumped into ASU and they're not being paid. Lecturers are not merely there to teach. That's the argument they're making, but to also do research. Like, as much as this strike is on, serious research ongoing. They attend conferences and provide other social services. Hall wardens are also in the halls to oversee students who are still in school. Some students are still in school. And of course, and they say nobody pays for all these sets, post-jam question, do this, do that. That it appears the nation is not being fair to this lecturer.
I mean, before Tebe comes in, who is well experienced in this, the 3 jobs the lecturers do, you know, conferences are part of what is used to assess a lecturer before he attends promotion. So they don't have a choice not to attend conferences. And if you say you are setting
is at their own peril.
Yeah, if you say you are setting post UTME questions, you are being paid an allowance. There is allowance that's being paid for that. So, well, I'm not holding brief for anybody.
How much is the allowance?
No, I don't have an idea, but definitely there are allowances being paid for such supervision and questions, generating questions, which is on your primary.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, like, whether it's suspension or call-off, that will happen this week. And I hope that the clause that nobody will be victimized as a result of this strike will be included in that agreement. So that this issue of
it has to be included.
So that this issue
so
of
it will be a bumper.
Will
so if you know any lecturer, anybody that works in the university, if they have borrowed money from you,